Chaotically Nerdy is made by nerds for nerds. This podcast is made by adults, for adults, and for children with bad parents. Adult language will be used, and adult situations may arise. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Chaotically Nerdy, where we talk about the bad half of Game of Thrones. It's going to be the bad half. I mean, there's no nice way to put it.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Even though this has, in my opinion, the best season of the show. Season 6.
It's my favorite.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's, as I'm looking at my notes, it's pretty good. So we're going to just jump right into it. You guys know.
Can I make a disclaimer? I don't envy D&D trying to have to finish the story without the actual outline. Still doesn't matter. They didn't do a good job.
Yeah, I agree with that. We're going to jump straight into it. Jamie, you're up. Season 5.
Season 5, kind of lackluster. Just really boring overall, in my opinion. There's not a whole lot that really... I mean, yeah, they kill off Jon, which is pretty cool at the very end. But overall, the show as a whole, like this season as a whole, was just very off. Felt weird to me. I don't really have a whole lot of pros for this season. I did not like this season. Right there with 8 as my least favorite. But, I mean, still, Kit Harington was still fantastic in this season. Fuck Ollie. And, yeah, that's all I got to say about season 5, really.
Okay. Well, then we'll move on to the next one. Jarrett.
Okay. Well, this says the biggest pro. There's no Bran this season.
That's a pretty good pro.
Yeah. Oh, but also Hardhome, we actually getting to see them fight White Walkers and the Whites is amazing. I really like Cersei's walk because, it feels like we finally get some comeuppance for that character. Fuck her.
Yeah, finally get a...
Yeah, she gets her just desserts.
Yeah.
Doesn't last, but, it is what it is. The cons, the whole Dorne plot line, because they butchered it from the book, where it's actually good. It's one of the high points of A Feast for Crows.
Oh, it's great.
But they just said, nah. Fuck that shit. That's literally what they did. I hate that they killed Barristan because...
Because he was getting, where you really liked him. He was,
Yes.
nothing before, and then
Yeah.
he was, nothing in the first few seasons, and then he was something. He did a really big thing. He stood up, and then died.
I hate it just because we could have... he was Dany's last link to her family. Realistically.
Mm-hmm.
He knew her father and her mother and her brother. And, it was just, I was really sad. I was so mad they killed him.
Yeah.
Actors, it's, the usual suspects.
Yeah.
It's all the good ones. My favorites are, Lena Headey is, amazing this season. She is... That walk... You almost feel sorry for she almost makes you feel sorry for her.
But then you remember all the other shit
then
she
you're
did.
Fuck Cersei. My big change is just follow the book plot line a bit more, get that Dorne plot to make some sense, and not waste the time. Don't send Jaime there. Send him to the Riverlands where he's supposed to be. The lack of a Lady Stoneheart, which does not foreshadow Jon's eventual resurrection. And what resurrection is supposed to do in this world is which it changes you. It doesn't change Jon.
Yeah. Which, there's a theory about that. There's a theory that Jon is a warg, and whenever he dies, he actually wargs into Ghost, which essentially puts 2 souls in the one body, and then whenever he's brought back, his soul comes back, and he's whole.
Which, in theory, could be why he may not lose anything when he's resurrected.
Yeah. That's the whole...
But it's the way George R. R. wrote it is that resurrection is supposed to change you when you come back. You are supposed to be different.
Yeah.
If he ever finishes it, I wonder what he's going to change them in the book.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
We're going to talk about this later, but the real problem, they do not introduce the young Griff plotline, which is the fake Aegon storyline. You don't know this, not reading the books. There is another Aegon.
Targaryen?
Yeah.
It's a solid third to half of the book.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And it's at least, theorized because, again, these fucking books are not finished because God damn it.
Because he takes
Yeah.
92 years to write a chapter.
The
Apparently.
theory is that he is supposed to be the one that sacks King's Landing,
Gotcha.
not Danny.
Okay.
He's also the reason there's no Bronn in
Yes.
that book. Hardly. There's not very much in the book at all about Bronn.
Gotcha.
He may take forever to write these books, but he can still write other Game of Thrones books and lore for an entire video game.
Yes. We did, yeah.
He wrote the outline for the video game. He didn't write the.
Those are my big changes. It just I'll talk about each book as it gets more important about why this plot line is important. But
Yeah. All right. So it's between me and Ethan now, correct? It's me. So I wrote down, why did Cersei act like she always had so much power? I don't really know what I'm getting from that. I guess 'cause-
this is the season where didn't she like threaten Marjorie,
I think so.
where she's like Marjorie's like, I have the power. I'm the queen, and she's like, you don't know what power is.
Yeah.
And threatens
And
her.
it's kind of like Cersei never, she had the power, but I feel like she never really used the power, I guess is a better way to say that. I don't really know how to.
It's another one of those implied things where
Yeah.
she's like implying that she's been using it, but it doesn't.
It's never
show
really
it.
shown.
Yeah,
I
they're
guess
just
that's probably my biggest.
doing it through the dialogue instead of through action. And
Yeah.
it's not as good.
I don't like whenever Dany hops on Drogon and they just fuck off and leave everybody. I feel like it's kind of a shitty thing for her to do whenever she's brought up as this whole, you're a good person, you try to help people, and she just fucked off and left all of her friends or any of them
That's
that were there.
because she's not a good person.
Well, yeah, we come to see that. She's shown as a good person through season 1 through 4, as a decent person.
Yeah.
You start to see the madness come through later seasons.
I just thought it was weird.
I
I
did
didn't
too.
think it was
At
madness.
that point, it's a weird choice. Looking back, they'll probably say it was supposed to be the madness. It's not really. Like,
They could have played it off a little better if that's the direction they were intending to take it, but I don't think they were thinking
Yeah,
that
no,
far
I think
ahead,
that was just
to
a
be
weird
honest.
choice they made.
And then of course, fuck Ollie. And then why? I wrote down why Valyrian still works on Nightwalkers. It never really gets explained,
It gets explained later
does it?
Yeah.
Why does it? Because I don't remember it.
because it's not okay. I shouldn't say explain. It's explained that it works. We assume because it's made from
Obsidian.
obsidian or related to like dragon fire in some way.
Okay.
It's because it's steel that's made with obsidian. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not possible, but I mean,
Gotcha.
Or at least or maybe tempered by like dragon fire or something.
something like that.
They don't-
Something that would-
George R. R. Martin doesn't fucking know, but these are
Magic.
Yeah, magic.
I mean, yeah, I get that part of it. It's just wasn't sure. All right, Ethan, it's up to you. Save us from season 5.
5, pros. It did a lot of work bridging gaps. There wasn't a lot of great lines. There wasn't a lot of great dialogue.
You don't like the best line?
Which one?
Oh, what the hell's the line? I forget. It's the one where she's in the fucking jail and she shows her tits. It's like so bad. Oh, this something about that wet pussy or something like that.
Oh, no, that's
that
annoying.
was sarcasm.
Also the fact that the sand snakes.
so bad.
I do. Now that my brain's been rattled, the sand snakes were one of the worst parts of this because in the books they were like supposed to be like absolute badasses.
Cons, the good things they could have focused on and leaving out Griff were kind of sidelined or relegated to just progressing through dialogue. And it seems to be the common issue as you get further and further along in the show. I don't know. I can't name any actors outside of Barristan that stood out in this season.
Who's the lady that Oberyn was married to? I know she's been.
Oh
I didn't even care for that storyline.
I don't even think they were married, were they?
no,
Whoever
they're-
he was fucking.
Paramore.
I didn't care for her, but she did a good job.
The acting is good.
Yeah,
on
her scenes
part.
are well acted. The plot
This
of it
doesn't make any
No,
sense.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
like that's why I didn't put Alexander Siddig.
Is this
who plays
when-
Duran?
Is this when Reek makes it to the Isles? Or was that the end of last season?
The Iron Islands?
Yeah.
That's 6, I think.
Is that 6?
Yeah.
I was trying to
That's when
remember.
he leaves.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's meh. It does a lot of work in between, but there's some character development that's good. But there's nothing in particular I would change, I guess, because I can't think of anything outside of sticking to the book a little more, which is going to be a common theme from here on out.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to season 6. It's me. Yeah, I get to try and remember my fucking notes.
Remember?
I get to try to remember what they mean.
Oh, okay.
Because I just wrote down like
Decipher.
little things that I'm like, I'll remember this in the moment. I don't. So pros, we get to know John's origin. That's this season, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I was just making sure I didn't fucking mess that up.
Last episode.
I thought so. We also get hold the door,
We do get hold the door.
which is
Hold the door.
hold the door. Is interesting. Arya's fucking brutal in it. I love that. To see that she gets to take out some of her stuff. One of the cons that I have is so much Valyrian steel. Like, I remember early season it was acted like it was a rare commodity.
We have that Valyrian steel dagger that literally shows up just out of nowhere. That's not named.
I know, but it seems like it's more of a rare.
Most
It's supposed
of
to
them
be a
are
rarity.
named swords.
Yes.
Most of them.
Was it this season, or because we haven't talked about Arya at all? Was it this season that she became like the people of many faces?
I think this is the season where
she's in Bravos. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You know,
Because-
I just want to share this. Every time I think about the wearing other people's faces thing, I always think of the CPR scene in The Office.
Yes.
Yeah.
The reason we don't talk about Arya is because
she doesn't do a lot until
she's kind of not.
I mean, she's important to it, but at the same
a
time,
lot of her stuff is not that enjoyable
Interesting.
to me.
They didn't bring her wolf back.
Well, they did.
They did.
Kinda. Yeah, they kind of did.
Nymeria.
For
Wasn't
a-
hers?
Yeah, for a scene.
For a scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, that's a con we can make for
It's
the
more of a middle finger, really.
It's more of a con just for like the entire show past like season 3 where they stopped showing the wolves pretty much all the time.
Yeah. All right. So it's between the other three, correct? I think so. Jamie, you're up.
I chewed on plastic. My bad.
Fuck gets on a podcast and then goes, you know what's a good idea? Let me chew on some plastic.
Me.
It's ASMR now.
Not gonna do it. No. This season is probably one of it starts off just badass because John gets brought back, which that's like 2 episodes in. Or is it the first episode?
It's the end of episode
2, I thought.
2.
Yeah.
I believe.
John gets brought back episode 2 and then just murders the leadership of the Night's Watch. And then
I will say his line of my watch is ended whenever he's leaving is
yeah, when they ask and it's like I died, my watch is ended kind of thing, and he leaves. And then this season has probably the best battle in the entire show, in the Battle of the Bastards. When we see Ricard, is it Ricard Stark? Is that his name?
Rickon.
Rickon. That's what it is. When you see Rickon just die, that was sad. But then
It's his own fault. Serpentine.
yeah, but then you see John, like it's just when John's climbing out of the bodies, and then you see Sansa show up with
The Veil.
the veil and whatnot, just riding in. It was just all of it was just beautiful, and they murder Ramsay.
His name's Ewan.
He got too
Ewan.
excited about it.
I couldn't figure out. My brain wasn't working. But when they murder Ramsay and just
You mean when his dogs murder them?
yeah, pretty much.
It's a very good end.
That's good.
Jarrett.
Like Jamie said, it's the Battle of the Bastards. It's like the high point of the combat on the show, I think. I also really like the visual part of the King's Landing finale, like big explosion and stuff like that. It's really cool special effects.
Is this the season where Tommen dies?
Yes, he jumps out the window.
Yeah.
The cons. Everybody else in King's Landing is fucking stupid because they didn't think Cersei was going to come back like a woman scored. She was just not
That's
going to be
true.
like, fuck everybody else.
I will say, watching Tommen just take his crown off,
It was
watch
shocking.
everyone burn, and just set his crown down very nicely, and just jump out of a window was like a big what the fuck moment for me.
Also, a con, I just think this is one of the only casting things. I'm like, why did they cast this person? Why did we have only one episode of Ian McShane? Who plays
Right?
who plays the priest pastor guy that the Hound is with?
Yeah.
They're building that church out in the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was great.
Ian
Gotcha.
McShane's a fucking fantastic, phenomenal actor, and we just waste him.
Because this is whenever we found out
The
that,
Hound was alive.
yeah,
Because he's been dead.
yeah.
He was never dead.
If you don't see somebody die,
They're
there's
not
a
dead.
good chance they didn't die.
Some of my standout actors, it's like, Alfie Allen, who's like amazing in this season. She doesn't really act a whole lot in this season. It's Bella Ramsey who plays little Liana Mormont. But
she's so good.
She's just so fucking like
Just gets overshadowed by Liana. Yeah.
so good. Like just so like she's like a presence.
She's aggressive,
Yes.
and I love it.
I'd vote for her.
I would.
Isn't she Ellie in the new Last of Us reboot,
have
like
no
TV
idea.
show?
She
think
would
so.
fit. My changes, it's like, you say your pro is that we found out John's parentage. I just think that him being named Aegon is dumb because they merged the fake Aegon with John.
Yeah.
That's why it's dumb. I guarantee you, in the books, John's name is not going to be Aegon.
No, it was, wasn't it?
No, we don't know. We still don't know.
We still don't know. Okay.
No, we don't.
I thought it was.
That's
Supposed I thought we did know.
No.
and- Gotcha.
But it's just, this is where it starts to be like the
Choices are made.
choices are made that are not for the betterment of the story. It's to get condensed to make it faster.
Gotcha.
And I don't like it.
Yeah, because they have to because they are trying to reach. Because
John
George
Aegon.
What?
John Aegon.
John Aegon.
Yeah.
I think there's been a lot of speculation that it's going to be Rhaegar.
No, his dad's name's Rhaegar.
Yeah, no, but I thought they were going
No,
to.
I've heard like Jaehaerys or like
Jaehaerys. That's one.
Jaehaerys is like I forget. I think it's like Rhaegar's great grandfather or grandfather or something like that. I can't remember.
It's just Targaryen.
Yeah, sorry.
Targaryen.
Yes.
Tartar.
I think we've had that conversation before too, because I remember us saying tartar.
Yeah.
All right, Ethan, you're up.
Season 6. I'll start with changes. I wouldn't change anything. It's not my favorite, but it's really close second. Really,
It's a
really
good
close.
season.
Yeah,
I
I
really-
really like it.
Yeah, I love
It's probably
this
the
season.
shining light in
But I
this
just
last 4 seasons.
Yeah, it really is.
It just really didn't set up 7 and 8 real well.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. But it did a lot of fun things.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's true.
Like, killing almost all of the Tyrells. Almost.
Yeah, there's one that got
I'm
away.
glad they didn't kill the other one with him because
Her scene is
that line,
Oh, her
the whole scene, the whole scene. We'll get to that, I'm sure.
She's so brutal.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I don't really have any cons. Don't really have any pros for that one. It's good. I really like it. I'd watch it again.
Gotcha. So I guess let's go to season 7.
On the whole John thing, I remember when they said Aegon, it was really weird because the big theory was that he was going to be called like Jaehaerys.
That's what
or something.
I
Where
just
the
said
fuck
that.
have you been? Literally
You
talking
got-
about that.
I was looking it up.
Did
I was
you?
looking up. Or
Are you okay?
then there was
You should try CBD.
Daeron.
What?
Then there was Daeron. Daeron was another name that they were thinking about for him. Jaehaerys and Daeron were like 2 big ones they were doing for him. I was looking it up.
I
and
like that
reading.
we had a whole conversation about it, and he just
Jamie's over here in his
completely-
own fucking world.
I was reading. I was
just,
reading.
just like D&D.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
How
that
many
on-
characters have you made?
I do that on purpose.
No, no, that's a whole different
Yeah,
episode.
but
I
No,
do that on
no.
purpose.
Just like it's a lot. Can you make a character on your own?
Yes, now I can.
Jarrett, can he make a character on his own?
Define character.
All right,
We
I
can't get on
can
this rant.
now.
We can't get on this rant. Let's
back
go.
on track. Back on track. Jarrett, you're up on season 7.
Yes. I love it when I get to go first and shit on everything.
And then we just agree
Yes.
with you because you've mentioned every fucking...
Yes. The pros. It's the reunions. It's like we didn't really mention it, but in season 6, John and Sansa being able to like reunite, even though they weren't really close. It's really cool.
she kind of... She agreed with Catelyn. She didn't like
Yeah.
John all that much.
but it's still like important. Like we're like the Starks are reuniting, but we actually get to see Arya. The one the 2 siblings he's really really close with.
yeah.
That was like,
Because she was
yeah.
also the other one that didn't look
Yeah.
like Catelyn. She
And then we also
didn't
just
have
get
red
to-
hair.
And
She...
we also just to see like robot Bran just be like,
Oh, God, I fucking
I
hate Brand.
am the 3-eyed raven.
I fucking hate Brand.
So stupid. But the reunions between Arya and John is really good. I really actually kind of like the John Danny dynamic. Like I like it. It works for me. I don't know.
At first, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
In
can
this
see
season
it.
it works. In this season it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I like the little scene with Arya and Brienne like fighting in them. It's really good. I love
Sparring.
it. Yeah. And then food train.
Yeah.
The dragon
Oh,
destroying the food train.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's such a good battle.
Sort of a battle.
Well, it's more of a massacre than a battle, but yeah.
Yeah.
My cons,
Wait, that was one of your pros was a motionless Bran?
No.
Okay.
Not him outside of the reunions because he doesn't really get
Okay,
shit.
I was confused at
No,
that
no.
because I was like, what?
I don't really care about Bran post season 6.
Yeah.
But he's okay.
Post, hold the door.
Yeah. Cons, the whole journey beyond the wall plot, it just makes no fucking sense and is basically there to kill a dragon.
Yeah, you're telling me Gendry ran all the way back?
Yeah. I love that Gendry got to come back, but like, why did we have to go beyond the wall? Oh, to get the dragon dead. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, to go to the magic tree.
It's one of them where you
It's because not enough people are believing John, so
well, it's one of
instead
the things
he's
where
like,
I feel like they wrote the end where they wanted to have a dragon die and the Night King have
and
a
then they had
dragon,
to figure out how to get there.
and then they just had to figure out. I mean, the whole 7 and 8 suck because they rushed through it to get to Star Wars, the two showrunners.
Yeah.
And then didn't
And then because season 8 was so bad and so panned, they did not get their Star Wars movies. Oh, and then it's just 7 episodes. That's definitely a con. The actors I really like to point out is like Liam Cunningham again.
Yeah.
Davos is so good. Aidan Gillian, we get to see him die.
Hold on. I'm going to cut you off. What the fuck did you just put in your mouth?
Spit it out. No.
What is it?
The other earbuds, the other earpieces. No.
The other plastic.
Oh.
What the fuck
you're
is
an
wrong? Okay. All right. Back to the podcast. You need medicine.
I have it. I just don't take it.
My changes. It's
As a
like-
nurse,
yeah,
I say you should take it.
It's my changes.
If
It's
a doctor
like,
prescribes it to you, you
the
should probably
obvious.
take it.
Don't do the beyond the wall plot. Make Tyrion actually intelligent again, instead of this just like
Instead of just quippy bastard.
quippy.
Does
guy.
nothing.
Yeah, does nothing.
Does
guy
nothing.
who
Stands around.
Looks
All he
in
does
horror
is
is Danny kills people, and he's like, oh, it's so bad.
you stop doing anything but
Yeah.
drinking wine.
Yeah, and then
Doesn't
kind
even
of
know things anymore.
I am the god of tits and wine.
start Danny's descent
In the
earlier.
madness.
Yeah, earlier. Besides her just killing those people, which I think was fair.
Oh, fuck, it's me. It's never a good thing when it ends up being me. I agree with a lot of what Jared said. I hate emotionless Bran.
It's so dumb.
I hate it. It also gives us. Is this whenever he said no? Where did he say the quote? I can never be lord of anything. I'm the three-eyed raven. Which season was that?
It has to be this one.
I think.
He's not the Red Raven until the end of season 6.
Okay,
Either way, he's a liar.
Yeah, he's a fucking liar.
that's what pisses me
Well,
off.
look, we'll get to that in 8. When
Yeah. Grayscale. This is when Jorah gets
Yes.
grayscale. It's never really talked
No,
about.
he gets grayscale in this, doesn't he?
Does
yeah,
he?
Yeah.
Thought it was 7.
No, this is where he gets cured.
Gets cured. Okay, the cure.
'Cause
That's
he
the,
has it in 5 when
Yeah.
him and Tyrion are heading towards.
and then then they fix it. But it has a
The fake out scene. Is that what you're gonna talk about? Where
No.
where he peels off the skin patch and then they
yeah,
do
and then
that
the
pudding.
That's fine. That was gross.
It was
but
gross.
it was a good transition. More so, what I mean is because didn't Stannis' daughter have grayscale?
Yes.
On her face, and it was like just on her face.
I think they did like some sort of treatment. I can't remember.
But that's the thing. Shouldn't more people know about it?
No, I think they did like some witch doctor bullshit. Maybe Melisandre did it, where
Maybe.
she like saved her.
Oh yeah, no. This is the season whenever he says, "I can never be lord of anything," because I wrote that down.
Yeah.
The Dothraki's back for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember them.
You haven't seen him in a while.
Well,
Yeah.
they were in
Yeah.
the end of season 5. She kills the other calls in season 6, I think.
Okay.
She burns down the house. The last scene where she appears naked.
We get the ice dragon.
Yeah,
The wall falls, which is a good thing story wise, but
it was a cool scene.
is a cool scene. Isn't it ice?
It's like magic.
He's an ice dragon, though.
It's like ice fire.
That's why it confuses me because it's. I think of it in D&D terms.
It's
Like,
magic.
It's probably frost breath. So is it just taking it out with just the power of it, or
sheer concussive force.
Just accept it. It happened. It was
I-
cool. It was like the cool scene in
was
the
like the one
entire
I know.
season. Yeah.
I'm fine with it. It's the curiosity in me wants to know why
Fair.
or how. Ethan, you're up.
Season 7. Pros? Tormund.
yeah, Tormund is
Tormund.
great.
Tormund's a big pro in that movie. He saves the whole season as being watchable now.
Is this whenever he meets Brienne as well?
Yes.
Tormund and Braun.
Mm-hmm.
Really saved the whole
Braun,
season.
not Bran.
Braun is in
Yeah.
not the start. I always thought like the two cousins, I guess, of Bran that go with him.
No, they're not. They're the Reeds.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's,
Reeds.
Oh, that's his friend. That's Ned's friend's kids.
Yeah.
The one who actually kills Sir
Yeah.
Arthur Dayne.
Yeah.
His kids.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't really explain it, but that's who that is.
Yeah.
I don't know. That scene was pretty cool too. That was in this season, wasn't it?
What?
When Bran sees the
Well, the Jojen dies in season 6.
Yeah, the boy.
The boy dies. 'cause
Oh, he
gets-
does?
Yeah,
Yes.
remember he gets stabbed by the skeleton, the really bad CG skeleton,
yeah.
Outside
Okay,
the
that was
cave.
season 6.
and
Yeah.
then he
I
dumps.
thought that was so.
No,
it's
he-
been so long since I
he
watched
dumps
them.
Mira, like leaves her before he gets to Winterfell in season 7, the beginning of season 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because
Because he tells her like he has to go on his own
yeah.
or something.
When he's
like
at it,
that.
I think it's actually when he's at Winterfell. Maybe I don't remember, but they split up.
I think it's right
in
before because
seven.
they're still like around the wall.
Okay, so my pros are literally just Tormund and
Yes.
the dragon.
Good pros. Jamie, you're up.
The death of the priest that resurrects Beric Dondarrion.
Oh, Thoros Vermeer.
Yeah, the
He's-
the death of Thoros was it. I didn't like that. Was not a fan.
I mean, I thought it was fitting.
I mean, yeah, I like Thoros better than I like Beric. So,
Fair enough.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
also, as the motion and noises, I get confused.
For those of you that can't see it because we're just an audio only podcast, everybody is now moving their arms except for me.
My ADHD. No, but but just overall like that stuff, and I wish they would have started not seriously, but Dany's downfall here, like everyone
think
else has
everybody
pretty much
does.
said.
Yeah.
I wish they would have started Dany's downfall here rather than just in 11 minutes, basically in season 8. But I don't know. This wasn't a memorable season at all. This was just a bad season overall, in my opinion. Tormund is a good thing, and Bronn is. I don't know why my brain forgot who Bronn was for a second, and then I
Yeah, he goes
remembered.
in, he was trying to be like, "Who's Braun?" Who's
Oh, I seen it happen. I watched the wheels turn.
I forgot who Bronn was.
They were kind of
for a
stuck.
second.
They haven't been oiled in a while.
Error.
Error in
and
startup.
also just everything that happened with Grayscale was just weird.
It's weird.
like you guys said, and also
So we're-
the battle at the beginning of this season, was the end of this season. I think it was the end of this season where Stannis is killed.
No, that's actually at the end of
5.
of 6.
Oh, was it the end of 6?
No, it's 5. Yeah, it's 5.
Is it the end of
Yeah,
5?
it's
Oh,
5.
okay. I don't know. I wish we would have got
These
gotten to
last
see
four
the
just
battle.
run together.
They really do.
I wish we would have gotten to see the battle.
That's
That was a big thing. That was like back on season 6.
I
but
mean, it was cool.
overall,
They should have done more with Sam.
yeah, getting
it
to
was-
see Sam a lot more as like a Meister and whatnot would have been
Glad he found love.
yeah. Getting to see Sam as a Meister would have been really cool. But overall, this just these last 2-3 seasons are just 2 seasons. Are
I have
just,
a weird question. How the fuck did Jorah beat Dany back to Westeros?
Magic.
Oh wait, it doesn't matter. We're in the last 2 seasons. Time and distance mean nothing.
Yeah.
Also,
She fucked off somewhere else for a while and then came. We
Tyrion
just didn't
just
see
kind of watching Dany and Jon
Yes.
fuck was creepy, and
He listening
Was not a
The
fan of
door was
that.
closed. Listening.
it was just no. When he watched them like do the whole closing the door because we're about to fuck,
Yes.
and he's just standing in the corner like creeping through the. It was just no. It was just weird. I was not a fan.
Yeah. All right, let's go to season 8. Jamie, guess what? You're up again. You don't have to get that close to the mic, by the way.
Yeah. You can back off that bitch a little bit.
You don't have to deep throat it.
Why not?
He says.
I mean, you do what you want, but
No,
I'm hearing every breath you take.
Hey, some
I wasn't gonna do
some
it.
people may like that, but I just all of it was just bad. The death of the eunuch that we haven't talked about at all this entire
You mean Varys?
yeah.
We've talked
I-
about
I-
it.
Have we talked about
Yeah,
that?
literally
we've
in
talked
season
about
one.
it. Yeah,
Oh, season 1, yeah.
All
I
4
forgot.
of us, or all
I
3 of us.
forgot.
We've talked about him.
that's because he didn't do anything
He doesn't
until
do a lot
now.
in
in
between.
the
It's just-
last 4
he
seasons.
pops up every
He
once
doesn't
in a
do
while.
anything until he saves Tyrion by shoving him in a box.
Yeah.
And then, but I mean, his death was
That
kind
was
of
funny though.
I wasn't a fan of his death. That was kind of pointless. Also, Dany just jumping around and then just starting to murder everyone right when she gets to King's Landing was kind of rough.
But the bells.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the
And
bells,
then-
Jamie.
for whom
and
the
then
bell
Masa-
tolls.
I mean, Missandre's death is Missandre.
Masande.
Masande.
Yeah,
Hello.
Missandre.
There's no R in it.
Wait,
Masande.
Masande. Okay,
One
yeah.
of the most
they both
boring
die in this
characters
season.
in the entire show dies.
Melisandre and Masande. Too
Yeah.
close.
I
Wait.
really
Both died.
don't care.
Yeah, I agree with
You
that.
mean Natalie Emmanuel, right?
Yeah, Natalie Emmanuel's
Yeah.
character.
She's a good actress too.
Yeah, they kind of wasted her.
I like Grey Worm. I like Grey Worm. Grey Worm was a cool character in my opinion, and just seeing him be sad now, even though he can never really do anything with it. But you know,
Oh wait, was that season 7 when they did the whole
They
they
Fake fucked?
They fake fucked because he doesn't have a dick.
Yeah.
pretty
Okay,
much.
that was season 7.
Also, just the Battle of
Winterfell.
Winterfell, everything runs together for me. But Battle of Winterfell was just
isn't Winterhold in Skyrim.
Yeah,
Winterhold Skyrim. I know. I'm just
He
wasn't
had a real
wasn't
name.
gonna
it's
say
just
anything.
wrong.
Wrong area.
universe.
Yeah.
Battle of Winterfell was bad. I wish we could
couldn't
see
see it.
Yeah, I wish we could see.
I
I remember we
couldn't
were
see
sitting
it.
in.
There's a lot of
I
potholes.
remember it was right after D&D when we were all sitting in there.
Yep.
Watching it, and I just remember at the end, I just hear Jared Nathan go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. There was a lot
that
of
whole episode where you going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
because that's interesting. Actually, we all watched season 8 together
Yeah.
here because we would watch it after D&D,
Yeah.
Actually, we canceled D&D a couple times to watch it live.
like the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
and
It
then
was
I think
the
we decided.
finale and 2 and 3, I think, and
Really?
maybe 1, I think.
Oh,
I think so.
I know we watched the finale.
gotcha.
I just remember just sitting here and I just hear just a collective after especially after the bells toll and Danny just murders everyone. I just remember hearing, "What the fuck?"
There was something else in that season that, like, at the end of one of the episodes, I remember shouting, "What the fuck?"
It's the Battle of Winterfell, right? When Arya stabs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, pro Arya killing the Night King was kind of a pro for me
That's
because
con.
I thought I liked that.
100% con.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
I
makes
was
No
I
shit.
don't
actually-
mind her doing it. I like the way it happened was stupid.
Yes.
Theon's heroic final stand was a pro.
That
for
is,
me.
yeah,
That's
that
a
is-
pro.
That's true. It is a pro. He went out like an honorable man.
Yep. All right. Next person. Ethan.
I have lots of cons for this. In fact, I have only cons,
Fair enough.
except for Theon, because I just got reminded of that. I don't know. It was just not good. They wasted people's story arcs, Jamie in particular.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Let's have
Like,
all this growth
of his growth, just throw it down the toilet and die in
in rubble.
rubble
God damn.
with your sister that you had babies with.
There's another pro that I thought whenever I get there, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I just remembered it. Or I have it wrote down.
They wasted I think they sort of wasted Theon's growth. Even though he did a good job in this, I think that the lead up from previous seasons was wasted just in getting rid of him so early.
But then he wasn't around for the end, which is a good thing.
And like
You didn't have to witness
Yeah, I
it.
didn't have to see that shit.
the guy from the Iron Isles.
Oh,
What's his
uncle.
name?
Shit.
His
Euron?
uncle.
Euron.
Euron, yeah.
Yeah.
Euron.
That's a pro or a con?
Con.
Okay.
Heavy con.
He's
It
already
was
said
a-
no pros.
Like even for like a bad guy character, that was so generic. It was bad.
It's actually on my cons list that I'll talk about whenever we get there.
All right, and then Bran, the ending.
Yeah.
Him becoming king.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
Stupid.
Do you just want to go so I can shit on it last? And just
Go ahead. I have nothing
Yeah.
but bad. I can
Yeah,
go
we'll do
on
that.
about
I'll
bad
go.
things. You go
I think
ahead.
we all could. So the symbol that the White Walkers made on the wall with the kid that scared the
Yes.
shit out of us because the kid awoke. That's never explained in any aspect of it.
Yeah, it's just related to White Walkers. I don't know if it.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
the
not-
coolest thing that happened in the entire season.
I mean, he became it technically was just implied he was all white, wasn't it?
The kid?
The
No,
kid?
he's a Walker.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember him having blue eyes.
Arya killing the Night King, like the whole sequence of her dropping the knife, catching it, and killing him. That's cool.
Nice little callback to the Brienne fight, but
But fuck it. It shouldn't have been that. It should have been Jon. Jon should have fought the Night King. Jon should have won. That's how that should have went. Jamie's, again, like Ethan said, Jamie going back to Cersei is just fucking stupid. Tormund left to go back to the wall, which I understand, but also everything we know about Tormund, wouldn't he want to fight more? They're going they're going after they've beat the Walkers, or the White Walkers. They are going directly to King's Landing. They know that. Tormund says, "No, I'm taking my people and we're going back to quote unquote north of the wall. They're going back to where they lived before."
Yeah, it's their home.
I know, but Tormund loves to fight. You would think at least Tormund would go with him.
I think at that point he didn't believe in the fight anymore. Like the Walkers was done. He was
The threat's gone.
Yeah,
so
threat's gone.
He didn't care.
He doesn't give a shit about Cersei.
Again, the king. There's the scene whenever Jaime goes back and he's trying to go in through Smuggler's Cove and Euron shows up there because all of his ships are destroyed and they fight. That's fucking. I don't need that.
It's dumb.
It's useless.
That is where Euron dies, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's where he dies. But let him die in the ocean for all I give a shit. I don't need to see him fight Jaime and lose. There's no. The pro that I have.
He's not that cool.
Exactly.
So
There
why?
was the pro that I had, Clegane Bowl.
Yeah,
We got to see them fight. I wanted to see more.
I wouldn't say it lived up to the hype, but I was glad that they didn't do the swerve and not do it.
Exactly.
They actually did Clegane.
Yeah.
Fair. Another
Jared.
pro then. Yeah.
You're up.
Oh boy, where the fuck do we start with this piece of shit? It has one of my favorite episodes in it, which is episode 2. Now, do we need to waste one episode of a 6-season episode on building up to the Long Night? Probably not. But it was really good. I really liked it. I liked, the Giants milk conversation. It's really good. That's the only positive thing I'm going to say about this season. The rest. Well, episode 3 is way too fucking dark.
Yeah.
Can't see. John, you are correct. He should have at least fought the Night King in fucking sword combat of some sort, instead of just getting punked out and just left for dead.
Yeah. Just left there to fight other walkers.
Yeah.
Or whites.
I don't have a problem with Arya technically being the one to kill the Night King. How she does it is dumb, because she literally flies out of mid-air. Not out of a tree. Like, if they flip the scene where she jumps out of the tree, makes more sense. But instead,
she just kind of showed up behind him and
Yeah,
jumped.
it's really dumb.
Yeah.
Let's go. Danny, by their own writer's admission, forgot about the Greyjoy ships that killed the second dragon.
Yeah.
That the writer's just like, oh yeah, she forgot the ship. What? You don't just forget an entire navy exists.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Episode 5, which is where Jaime's who was like my favorite main character of the show,
Yeah.
just ruin his entire.
Yeah. Just
Ruin it. He should have killed
That's-
Cersei, not saved her. Or
even
attempted
if
to
he
save her.
dies there.
Yeah, if he dies, it's fine. He should have killed her.
Yes. After everything he's seen, you would
have
think that
something
he
you
would.
wanna-
One major pro that I think we all forgot was Baelish's death, was Littlefinger's death, and like just all
That's
Lyanna Mormont.
that's not this season.
That's not the season.
Baelish
it
is
was
last
again.
season 7.
Yeah. It was
Again,
7.
It all runs together.
It was after all the Stark people show back up.
Yes,
It all runs together.
but you're right. It's good. And then yes, Lyanna Mormont's death, while sad, was also really cool.
It was badass.
Yeah, little girl went out like a fucking pro.
She's a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stab that fucking giant
hero.
right in the eye.
Like I said earlier, the theory at least is that fake Aegon is going to be the one to raise King's Landing, not Dany. So it gets kind of some of that
Oh,
similar.
I forgot one of my cons.
Well.
Drogon not killing Jon.
Oh, well, I don't really.
It's a con to me because just the way it's shown that their bond between
Oh,
Drogon
yes.
and Dany is the whole fucking show. He's her favorite, hands down.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. For me, it didn't sit right.
I thought of another con as well that should be mentioned though. This is another wasted character arc. Sansa, where the hell was she?
It just chilling.
Just chilling the whole.
Well, she gets what she
thing.
wants in the end, which is to be Queen of the North for
Yeah.
some reason.
That's fine, but she
That's
did
the other
do
thing.
things.
I could see her easily becoming a Cersei character.
Yeah, I don't like her character in the end. I'm like, ooh, I don't like the way
She's
you're
really
going.
frosty.
Yeah, she took all the wrong lessons from. Shut up.
I wish I had a fucking drum roll on the soundboard.
We used to, didn't we?
Yeah, I got rid of it for our intros.
She took all the wrong lessons from Littlefinger, which is be like this ruthless bitch.
Cunning.
Yeah, cunning. But And then obviously the last episode with like, you know, who has a better story but Bran the Broken?
Oh God, fuck that.
Like, what the fuck? Who are you kidding? Nobody. Everybody has a better story than Bran.
John has the fucking claim to it.
Fucking Rickard Stark has a better claim to Bran to the throne than Bran Stark.
It just, I think a bigger part of that bothers me because he literally says, "I can never be a lord of anything, but
Well,
I
he's
can
not
be
a
the
lord.
goddamn king."
Yeah, he's not a lord. He's a king.
Fuck off.
I maintain that was George R. R. Martin testing his ending
Probably.
and seeing how the reaction was.
Yeah.
And it's not positive.
No.
Everybody hates Bran as king.
Yep.
Everybody. If you do, you're fucking wrong.
I vote Braun.
Bro.
Bronn? Sure. Yeah, Bronn, a commoner.
Anybody.
No, he's not a commoner anymore.
Well,
Yeah,
he
that's
was.
true.
I was so disappointed, so mad, so
Now-
sad.
I have a question that's wrote down. Mm-hmm. And it's more so, I don't know how to explain it. The question is, do we think John did the right thing by killing Dany?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I agree with that because she says that she's going to conquer the whole
Yeah.
world, basically.
The right thing? I mean, yes, of course. It
100%.
she was murdering everybody.
Yeah.
She would not have stopped.
That's like the easiest question.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was, I didn't know how
No.
y'all sat on it.
No.
Some people think that.
Oh, that's because
She
you know the
shouldn't have
people
died.
that like name their kids Khaleesi. Real bad decision now.
Yeah, they did that in like season 3.
And there are no changes that could fix this fucking shithole of a season.
Yeah,
But, like,
that's true. All right, we better wrap this episode up because we've shit on season 8 long enough, I think.
yeah, good
So-
fucking riddance.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Chaotically Nerdy. If you want to spend more time talking to us, giving us suggestions for podcasts even, you can find us, you can find links to our Facebook and Discord on anchor.fm/chaotically nerdy. And we'll see you on the next one.